Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Trust in My Destiny. How are you? Hello, everyone. If you are new to our channel, we are the Same Nicole and Fifi show, and we are a dynamic and the only dynamic mother-daughter duo here on YouTube. And on our channel, we discuss all things love, life, relationships, and a little bit of pop culture as well from both the millennial perspective, myself, Sammy Nicole, and the Gen X perspective, my beautiful mother, Fifi. And tonight we are kicking off season 2 of Lessons in Love. So welcome to season 2, y'all. Excuse me. Just getting over a cold, so bear with me. But yes, so if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please be sure to do so. If you've been in the bushes watching, checking us out, please go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, comment, share our channel with other people. We would greatly appreciate it. We typically like to go live every Thursday and Saturday around 7 p.m. ish. Heavy on the
Hey, y'all. Miss y'all too.
Eastern Standard Time. So yes, please be on the lookout. Please subscribe. Please share. Like I said, we're kicking off season 2 of Lessons in Love. We're super excited. And we are excited to just continue on. It's a lot of great topics. A lot has been going on. We just got back from vacation. So we are playing catch up. So bear with us. But we're definitely going to go ahead and go into talking about the Ernesto calls, Sonya calls tonight. Also, if y'all haven't already, please get your Everything I Say Is Allegedly t-shirts.
Merch.
We got the merch. We said we was gonna do it, and we did.
And not only did we get the t-shirts, we got the coffee mugs for y'all too.
Yes. So yes, we'll definitely be adding that link. It's on our community tab. It's in our bio. So please be sure to click the link if you're interested in support.
Yes. And thank you for the people who have already supported the merch.
We appreciate that.
We appreciate it. We have had people who have already purchased the merch. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. And welcome to season 2, Lessons in Love, y'all.
Let's get it.
We got some more victims for Lessons in Love season 2.
Some more case studies. We're not gonna say victims. We're gonna say case studies.
Oh, we ain't gonna say victims.
We don't want to say victims.
Okay.
Because some of the girls are willing participants and keep going through the same thing.
But why is it the same scenario? An older woman, younger man.
Let's do our disclaimers first.
Okay, everything we're gonna say is allegedly. Y'all get the merch.
Yes, everything we're gonna say tonight is allegedly. Even our name is allegedly. This is
Shared alive.
This is infotainment. This is entertainment.
It's what?
Infotainment. Everything we say is allegedly, and all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Again, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This is just the key. Because why? Like our good sis Bridget said, because we don't know these people.
We don't know these people. But I just want to, okay, before we get started on that stuff, but Jennifer, and what's her old man name?
Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives and her fiance, Christian Gold.
But why is the situation the
same? Which is not his birth name. He's changed his name a plethora of times. Shout outs to attorney Simone Redwine. If you aren't following her on YouTube, please check her out. Her YouTube channel is Girl That's Legal. Simone was a former contestant on Oprah Winfrey's network, Ready to Love, the dating show, created and produced by Will Packer and hosted by nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. She's an attorney, very intelligent, very entertaining to watch. Please, she was the first one in these YouTube streets to break the story and expose Jennifer's fiance, Christian, for the alleged scammer and woman beater that he allegedly is. So shout out to Simone. Check out her channel, y'all. Girl, That Legal.
This is what I want to say. Why does Jennifer and her old man have the same story as our couple did in season 1 of Lessons in Love?
Minus the CP and R charges, but pretty much the same.
But pretty much the same. We got the older woman that's well known. They got, a little.
Ooh, Ebony, I love your hair in that profile pic. Ebony, that hair is
pretty. Yes.
Yes, God, Ebony.
Yes.
My hair is laid like.
Well, y'all.
Yes, Ebony, I love that hair.
The people who support us, the women,
that pretty hair.
I ain't seen the men, but all of them are beautiful, beautiful women. We have some beautiful women that follow us.
Men. We can't forget the men.
Well, I ain't seen none of the men. I know we have men that follow us, but I ain't seen none of their profile picture. Well, we know one that. Have you seen the one that?
We ain't gonna talk about that. Go ahead.
Okay, we ain't gonna talk about it. Okay, but I'm just saying, season 1 and season 2 are gonna mirror each other because the couples have similar things going on, and so that's why we brought Jennifer and Christian into season 2. Because we wanted to talk about them a little bit too in season 2, like we talked about Shirley and Ernesto in season 1. It seems like that these two women have the same issues with these men. What is it? Now, Christian is what, 31?
And Jen is 49.
And Jen is 49. So that right there. And y'all, we've seen Jen and Christian out at the movies here in Atlanta. And we were pretty close up on them when they walked in. We were already sitting in the movie theater. And Jen looks older than him. She looks like his big sister. Okay? You can tell that there's an age difference. Now, Jen looked good. She looked like money. And she well put together, but she looks like she's older than him. And when you see them, and he's flashy, he has on all the jewelry and, all the designer.
And they're like that in real life. We've seen them around Atlanta at the movies in real life.
Yeah, they're like that. But you can tell that she's much older than he is. There ain't nothing wrong with that because she, But if you're gonna get if you're gonna be an older woman and get a younger man, you gotta do your homework. Cause the minute he told me he was investing and he was doing this to get money and doing that to get money, and then he came back later on Basketball Wives and said he wanted to get a job to be a bartender, that would have been a red flag right there. And Jen was like, "You got a job." So that leads me to believe she ain't do her homework on this young man to see what he really did. Well, later it has come out allegedly what he really does. Okay. So I'm just saying, Lessons in Love season 1 is going to have the same issues in season 2, minus the what?
CP and R charges.
So y'all buckle down for season 2. Because season 2 about to get started with Jen and her old man. And we're going to compare the two. And we're gonna learn from these situations. We're going to learn. Experience don't always have to be your teacher. You can learn from things from some people. And there's some stuff to be learned from these two couples in season 1, Lessons in Love, and in season 2, Lessons in Love. So let's get into it. Let's talk about old Nasty Nesto.
All right. Let's get into that.
Let's get into that January call.
We're going to talk about January 2024 call and the August 2024 call. Let's start with January. You want to start with January?
I want to start with January because I'm a little puzzled.
Hey, y'all.
And I'm a little baffled. I'm a little puzzled and I'm a little baffled. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. We miss y'all too. We couldn't wait to get back. But I'm a little puzzled and I'm a little baffled. And y'all got to help me. Why in the hell does Nesto think, or Sonya think, that Nesto and Shirley like Bobby Brown and Whitney?
She thinks her relationship with Nesto is like Bobby and Whitney.
I thought she was talking about Shirley.
No, she sees her relationship with Ernesto.
Because
Like
she said she ain't no bigger. Ain't nobody no bigger.
Yeah, she's comparing all three of them. The throuple to Bobby and Whitney's relationship.
Yeah, she's saying that Whitney held Bobby down. So what the hell is Shirley?
And she's basically saying she's holding Ernesto down the same way Whitney held Bobby down. And even though she's getting a lot of flack from us on YouTube, she's still standing 10 toes down. And Whitney got a lot of flack for Bobby, and she held him down.
Yeah, I thought it was about Shirley too.
I think it's about both relationship dynamics.
So you think she was talking about both of them?
Yeah, I think she was talking about her relationship with Ernesto, and she also was talking about Ernesto and Shirley's relationship. That's why she said Shirley is no bigger than Whitney. So right. So you're right. Yeah, she's talking about both relationship dynamics.
Okay, so why would she want to put Shirley in there? Why? Well, Shirley, she, pretty much what she's saying is Shirley thinks she too good to come down here. Whitney came every time Bobby went to jail. Whitney was right there,
and she was the Whitney Houston.
And she ain't no better than her. I don't know who she thinks she is. Why she can't come down here and hold you down, and why she's so embarrassed. She ain't Whitney Houston. She ain't got it going on like that. She ain't nobody when she can't come down here and hold her husband down. That's that bother you, huh? That bother you, huh? That really bother you, huh? She say, yeah. Why is she so concerned about Shirley and what Shirley do for her husband?
Because I think she resents her that Shirley is no longer sharing the burden with her. Shirley is no longer sharing the weight, unbeknownst to Shirley. Now that Shirley is out of the picture, all of it is on her, and she's resenting the wife that she's not in the picture anymore. As sick and twisted and demented as it is, she resents Shirley for not sharing in the suffering with her anymore.
For not coming down there.
She's not suffering with her in the same way anymore. See, before when she was still in the picture, Sonya could give him the emotional support, the paralegal support. Shirley gave him the financial support. Now that Shirley has removed herself from the situation as she should have, now Sonya has to deal with the emotional, the paralegal, and the financial aspect of it. So all of the weight is on Sonya now. And so I think she has resentment towards Shirley.
I know what it's like.
Right.
Right.
And I don't like the fact that she feels comfortable telling another woman how she should love her husband,
or how she should support her husband. And another thing,
and that's why she needed to get cussed out. She needed to get cussed out, even if it was in private. She needs to be cussed out.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. And here's another thing. She mad because she gotta get that joker allowance. Did y'all hear when he said send me? No, in the text messages, there's a young lady that's dropping the text messages, and it's called BA Bank. Shout out to her YouTube.
And shout out to phone calls
from prison for giving her permission. Yeah. So in some of the text messages, he's asking her to send me my allowance. So she mad, she got to send this joker allowance. And not only that, somebody dropped in our chat, and every now and then, y'all, somebody will come in our chat or make a statement, and somebody said Sonya not giving him no money. She lives with her daughter, allegedly. Somebody said Sonya is living with her daughter, allegedly. I don't know how true that is, but somebody said Sonya ain't got that kind of money and she not giving him no allowance. But in one of the text messages, he said, I need my allowance. So I don't know what's going on with that, but she mad about that too, that she got to support him and give him money. Right.
Because Shirley is not around. She's upset. And so she's taking shots at her.
Yeah.
She thought that she was going to be able to be the side chick and Shirley would still be in the picture. And she was okay with that because Shirley was the one funding him, whereas she got the fun side of him. But now that's no longer the case. Now she's dealing with the same amount of stress that Shirley was dealing with, having to support him. And it's tiring. It's exhausting. It's like he's a child that you can't claim on your taxes. He is a child. He's returned back to his childlike state because he can't do anything for himself financially. From a financial standpoint, he's like a kid. And that's a lot to deal with. But this is what she signed up for.
And she's sharing her Social Security check with him.
Yeah, she bit off more than she could chew.
So every chance she gets, she take a punch at Shirley. And that's why Shirley, and once again, that's why Shirley needed to say something.
Yeah, even if she sends a message through somebody else.
Yep.
She needs to be checked because she's too bold and she's too brazen.
And she out of line.
She don't have to do it publicly for us. She don't owe us nothing.
She don't owe us nothing.
We said that time and time again, but maybe she could have Debbie or somebody,
right?
Politely gather her together and put her in her place, or send her a cease and desist or something.
Right.
She could do it classy and legally that way. But she needs to check her.
She definitely needs to check her because she out of control. She out of control. She pretty much was saying, "How dare her leave?" She thinks she all that because we know that she think that Shirley is bougie. She thinks Shirley thinks that she's better. She's so insecure. How you gonna mess with somebody's husband and feel a certain type of way about it?
That they don't want to be with their husband or support their husband.
Yes. What is wrong with her?
It's almost like I think because she sees Shirley as the wallet.
Yeah.
And she felt like you're obligated to still to be there for him. Even though you're his wife, even though she sees her as his wife, she more so sees her as the wallet. And she's like, you need to honor your commitment and stay down. So what if he's cheating on you? And she thinks that from her perspective, they had an understanding. So it's like, why make a big deal out of it now? Why leave now? You've been okay with it all these years, him having other women. So why leave now?
Yeah.
Why not tough it out? You've been cool with it.
Yes.
But it wasn't affecting her pockets back then like it is now, Sonya. So of course she's gonna leave now. Yeah. And it wasn't public. Those are the two factors that come into play now in this present day. One is the money, and two is publicized now. So of course she's not gonna go along with it like she did previously.
So and
it's like Bobby and Whitney. That's the inappropriate comparison. Bobby Brown back in the 80s and 90s was the it. Bobby Brown was Usher before Usher was Usher.
Ooh, what a comparison. You think so?
Yes.
I remember when he came out. This was before you was born.
Right. I've seen the documentary. This was before my time, but even I know that Bobby Brown was the ultimate bad boy, the original bad boy.
Yes.
Everybody was crazy over Bobby Brown.
Because
he was everywhere.
Me and Whitney, I was pregnant with you when Whitney was pregnant
with Bobby Christina.
Yes. Right. Yes. Yep.
So like Ernesto was a little career criminal, Timu street pimp, cutting hair to survive.
Not Timu.
Yeah, Timu. Street pimp, cutting hair to make a living. Bobby Brown was in movies and on tours, award-winning singer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was successful and famous in his own right.
Yeah. So she thinks
you can't compare Shirley and Ernesto to Bobby and Whitney. It's different.
Way different.
And Whitney was checking hoes Bobby was messing around with. Whitney didn't have no problem checking nobody.
Not
She
at
didn't
all.
care what we thought about her. Y'all go back and look at some of those old clips of interviews Whitney did, getting people right together.
Yeah.
So it's different. And Bobby wasn't accused of CP or R or grape.
Yeah, I thought that was something though. She went too far with that one.
And leave Whitney alone.
Please.
Leave Whitney alone.
I don't know why people just
I
can't
get
let
real
Whitney.
sensitive about Whitney Houston.
Yes,
I don't
I
like the way
love.
society gave
Mhm.
Whitney so much flack, but they gave DMX so much grace. And he didn't hardly give a damn about his kids. He barely gave a damn about his kids. He left what was that first wife? He left them for dead when she first left
She
him.
seemed like such a sweet lady.
That lady struggled so bad with them
And
children.
it took her a long time to come back up.
To get back on her feet. He left her for dead.
And even at his funeral, she still had good things to say about it.
Yeah.
With the wife there that he had been messing around with. Or
the baby mama. He didn't marry that
He
girl.
never married her.
Remember, she tried to get money through the state of New York, and they told her, we don't recognize common law. Another reason why y'all don't do that. Let's see. Sanders RN23 says Sonya also resists the ability to have a beautiful ever after. Shirley has gone through some of the healing process while Sonya remains stuck and bored. That's a good point, Sanders.
Because he said, you just bored. I think you just bored. In that recent call, I think you just bored.
Yeah, it's like she's just stuck in a vicious cycle. Let me see. DD Phoenix says Sonya is no Whitney Houston. Exactly. She can never.
Exactly.
And Shirley is a legend, but she's no Whitney either, respectfully.
We love some Whitney. I love Whitney.
There is no comparison to the Whitney Houston. Okay? Toya said, but this is the life she chose for herself. She did not have to put herself in a situation. No, she didn't. So it's like, why do you have so much angst and animosity towards this woman? You chose her husband. Mm-hmm. You chose to be in the back of that RV getting slutted out. That was your choice. Mm-hmm. So what are you mad about? You made your bed, lie in it, and see it through. You don't have the right to tell another woman how to love her man. Stay in your lane. DD Phoenix at Sanders RN23 co-sign. Sonya is not that girl. Whitney will always be that girl, and everyone will always love her. Absolutely. Exit too complicated said, hey, Sonya, little girl, you get what you get, so don't pitch a fit. Shut the hell to the up. Sonya said, hey, Sonya, little girl. Oh, wait. I already read that. Hold on, y'all. Sonya said, child, Whitney was on drugs, allegedly. She was not in her right sober mind, and I love Whitney. Mm-hmm. She struggled with a lot, but I think she was on drugs because she was under immense amount of pressure. I mean, for a long time, she was America's princess, America's sweetheart, and she went through a lot with her mom and her dad. Her dad stole from her. He was shiesty, allegedly doing inappropriate things behind her mom's back and with her money. And then, allegedly she was, kind of exploring her sexuality and maybe didn't feel because of her religious background, she could truly show up as her true self. So it's not an excuse, but I definitely can understand, I can't understand, but I can empathize. I'll just say that. Because she was under a lot of pressure. Like she was darn near like on Michael Jackson's stardom level, Mm-hmm. I just hate she couldn't kick that addiction. Who knows what she would be now, where she would be. Let me see. Whitney and Bobby, they really love one another and they had their own thing in common. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And they were married. Call Me Darling said, welcome back, ladies. Thank you, Call Me Darling.
Thank you.
Let me see. Candy Secret said, the flesh is weak, but a nasty spirit is always willing to do business. From the book of Ernesto. Mm-hmm. Hey, V. Lenore.
Hey, how
ladies
are
and gentlemen,
you?
Listen from the clouds. What's up, V? How are you doing? Yes. Sonya tried it in your chat, V. Lenore. We heard about that. She tried
Yeah,
it.
she showing out. She bucking now. She trying to buck. She showing out. She need to
I think
know
the
her
pressure
place.
is building up.
Yeah, she need to know her place. Simmer down.
And it's causing her to spaz out.
Simmer down. She need to pipe down.
Relax.
Tell her, because that ain't what she want over there, baby.
Uh-uh.
Tell her that ain't what she want.
Respectfully. It's not very demure. It's not very classy.
She's not very cutesy.
Not very cutesy. Y'all tell Sonya that in Vila North chat. It's not very demure. It's not very cutesy. It's not very classy to be cussing that lady out like that. Okay? Not at all. Okay? Get it together. Get it together.
Yes.
Yes. Let's get it together, y'all. Let's get it together.
But yeah, that part got me. I was like, Bobby and Whitney. And you know what? They in their mind, they so delusional. Sonya and Ernesto is so delusional. They really think they higher up. You know what I'm saying? They really think they higher up.
But to play devil's advocate, Ernesto and Shirley thought they were higher up too. Remember when Shirley said they're just jealous of us, they don't want to see us happy, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
He didn't want Shirley to go to Perimeter Mall by herself.
Without security, wasn't safe. They're robbing people. You know, which they are. It's happening in every major city, but they felt like they were a little bit higher up as well.
Yeah. And I think in Sonya's mind, Sonya think this is like a movie. You know, she think this is gonna be like a movie or reality.
This will be on Tubi. I think that's
somebody once again dropped in our chat and said that she was trying to get on a reality show here in Atlanta.
I can see that.
Every now and then we have people come in our chat and just drop us little gems and they move on. Diva. So I can see that too.
I can see her doing a reality TV show for sure. And bringing light to Ernesto's story, since we know Dion not gonna do it.
And that's probably why she remember when she told Madison, she said, you don't have nothing to do with this. This is not your story. She was like, this all me. You stay out of this. This my mess. This my come up. So I could see her doing that.
I don't want to. I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You want to watch the Tubi?
No, because I already know what to expect. It's kind of like why, respectfully, I don't want to watch Braxton Family Values.
It's sad
because I know they're gonna be fighting and fussing as always, but this time it's about Tracy.
Yeah, and
I don't like the way they did Tracy.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I won't watch it.
It's too sad.
It's too sad.
I really liked her. God rest her soul. It's like I already know what to expect. It's like why I don't want to watch Love and Hip Hop. It's the same old thing.
And with death being so close with me, just
it's like
losing my mother and watching that.
It was just too much. It's too soon for them to come back to TV. Just on a side note, it was too soon.
So that's the only reason why I wouldn't support them now. But
it's too fresh.
Sonya in the Tubi movie. I could see her with the Tubi.
I could see it's gonna be Tubi.
She probably trying real hard.
Oh yeah.
What y'all think? Y'all think Sonya gonna get a Tubi movie?
She'll definitely try, if not Amazon. Because she does know the producers.
Yeah, she says she know a lot of people. She know a lot of people, so we'll see. So that was that January call. That's the main thing that stuck out to me was the Whitney and the Bobby thing.
Now let's talk about when they were when Ernesto was saying it looked like people are living their life and doing well.
So that was in August.
Let's talk about
up to
July.
date.
Yeah, July, August,
2024. Yeah. So who you think he was talking about? You think?
Well, we all know he was talking about Shirley.
So you think he seen them birthday pictures with Shirley?
I think somebody sent him a message. Yeah.
And Shirley, this last picture, did y'all see Shirley with the crop top on and she didn't have on no brazil?
She looked cute. I saw that.
With the high-waisted pants on.
I saw that.
70 well.
She looks good.
She looking good.
God is preserving her.
Let me go down here and take my walk and pump my weight.
Okay. You got to get on your Zoom. You got to exercise.
Yes.
And do your weight.
Yeah. And that's why she was so adamant about getting her walking shoes and going for a walk. Shirley looks good. Now, it may be due to some stress, but she looks good. 70 well. I said, look at Miss Shirley with her crop. I see you better.
But it almost kind of seemed like he felt some type of way that she out living her life and enjoying her life without her.
Selfish.
Why do ninjas do that? They do you dirty, and then when they see you going on with your life, getting your life back on track, and then they feel some type of way.
They want you to ball up in a corner in a fetal position and sling snot and cry over.
Now, on some of the previous calls, he'll say, even to her directly, to Shirley directly, no, I want you to go on with your life, be happy, don't be stressed, don't worry about it, da 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 da. But then you turn around saying, look like folks enjoying their life, you know, look like almost like you salty about it.
Like he want her to be out here not enjoying her life. What is she supposed to do? He want her to be hurt.
I guess he want her to be sitting at home like Sonya, bored.
And he telling her, you bored, ain't you? Now, all this you going through. This,
talking about the Tom she got to take for her stomach.
And the lemon water.
And the lemon water.
She could barely talk to him on the phone. He said, all this you going through. And you can see about me. Why other folk can't see about me? Y'all, if that ain't a selfish...
And quiet as it's kept, she more likely to fall out the bed and not be able to get up than Shirley.
This lady is sick. Scooting around on a scooter, taking the trash out down there. She scoots around on a scooter.
That was hilarious when Shay inserted that clip of that lady carrying her trash on the scooter.
And the ponytail swinging back and forth while she on the scooter.
Hilarious.
She looking like a little 10-year-old on a scooter with a bag of trash.
That was hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Ernesto say, you just bored. You ain't got nothing to do but to call me. You ain't got nothing else to do. And then, y'all, who was she talking about? Who was he talking about? Your government folks. You need to call your folks. I got lost there at that part, at that last call on in August. Recent call in August. So they not talking a lot, but they doing some texting. They may not be talking a lot, but they doing some texting. So do y'all think he talking to Kermisha? And her name Kermisha, the new girl.
Tamisha.
Is it Tamisha, Carisha, Latricia?
Tamisha.
Child, Tamisha. Y'all, let's talk about Tamisha. Where did Tamisha come from? Where did she come from? Her son is locked, allegedly supposed to be locked up with him.
Yeah, that just came out of nowhere to me.
She's sending him letters. He trying to figure out how she got to know him. She shading Sonya a little bit. So y'all, next up, Sonya may have some competition.
Yeah, how does Tamisha come into play? She's just a random woman that started writing him from YouTube?
She just started writing him.
Because I was like, this makes no sense in the story.
Yes. She started writing him.
And he is very pressed to get a picture of her so he know who he's talking to.
Yes, he want a picture. I don't know if she sent them the pictures yet. But Sonya may have some competition out there. So y'all think Sonya has stopped going to see him and stopped calling him as much? And that last call, Sonya wanted to talk about his case. And he was like,
he ain't talking about Nathan.
He said,
he put a hard stop to that.
He said, hold up. And don't you was still Ernesto say I've been caught. It's too late to shut up now because the damage has been done. It's been done. It's already out there. Dion and told him that. Well, Daddy, about too late now. What Dion say, Daddy? Well, I'm gonna be on it with you. About too late now, Daddy.
You kept me with these impersonations.
Dion say, what about it? About two, you are Daddy. It's already been done. Ain't no, you can't pull it back now, Dad, bro. It's already been done. So now he wanna hold up. I ain't saying none. I ain't saying none about none. Cause these folks, I ain't. It's too late, Next. They already got you. They got you already. So she keep talking. Sonya just keep talking. You know, she want to know if he got the discovery. And we got it too. We saw it too, Sonya. We saw the discovery too, Sonya, and did. He got all that, Sonya. He got it. She want to know what he got, what's going on. That's the thing. I ain't talking about nothing. So he ain't even talking about nothing with her. And why she, when he tell her to shut up, it's like she won't shut up. If you so concerned about him and his case and what he got going on, and you know you could say things to damage the situation, why don't you shut up? Once again, you know, somebody put in our chat. Every now and then, like I say, somebody will come in and drop gems. Somebody said they think she might be working for the, I ain't gonna say it, but somebody said it again. That's why it's like she trying to set him up, you know, so I don't know. And then here's the killing part. She said, who you voting for? Nobody. What is that?
He focusing on what he got going on. He ain't got time to be worried about it. And that's another thing that annoys me about her. This man is potentially facing life in prison. And I know she tries to change the subject to take his mind off his situation. But he don't care about what's going on politically. Who's running for president?
I don't care about that.
He's a convicted felon.
He could care less. And he probably ain't never voted. He probably hadn't.
That's why she asked him and threw shade. Have you ever voted?
You all will be surprised. People
at least in Georgia.
And people in my Gen X, in my age group, I have ran across so many people that have not voted. Never voted.
But some people feel like it doesn't make a difference. I feel like the president, but I feel like if you don't do anything else, you should vote in your local and state elections. You really should. I think you should vote in all of them, but that's my prerogative, my belief. But if you gonna vote for anything, please vote for at the state and at the local and state level,
because it's so important. Please. When we went to
those laws affect your day to day.
When we went to go vote the last time, our local, there was a young Black man. He might have been, I want to say maybe in his early 40s.
Please educate yourself what's going on in your local community, your mayor, your aldermen, your congressmen and women for your district. Please, y'all.
It was his
superintendent, police chief, sheriff, all of that stuff matters.
It does. It was his first time voting. He said, you know, when they get ready to take your information, you sit down at the table. I sat down and he sat down.
Judges.
He said,
DAs.
He told the lady, he said, this is my first time voting and I'm nervous. And I looked over at him and I said, don't be nervous, be proud. He said, this is my first time voting and I'm nervous. He said, I don't know what to do. And the lady said, well, I'll show you every step what to do, you know, how to go through the process. And she took his information and we left. I think we left before he got finished, but I wanted to see him come out so I could tell him, congratulations. Mm-hmm. You have did a big one to vote. and be proud of it.
And I don't think we understand. We just think like it's not going to change anything. And I know some people feel like, with the presidential race, it's already been decided who's going to win, and it's just one big political show, and our votes don't really matter, given the electoral college. But even if you're into all of that, you believe that, or you like to go down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole, please at least pay attention to your local and state elections. Please. I know a lot of us, we have family members who are conspiracy theorists and they believe certain things and yada, yada, yada. But if we don't do anything, let's try to at least convince them to at least, vote at the local and state level, and why that's so important, just things as it relates to zoning and what laws
where
are
our money
passed.
goes.
Yeah, where our money goes for the communities that we live in.
Especially if you have
the
children.
resources, that are available for our communities, our libraries, our public schools, if you have children.
Definitely if you have children.
Or family members that attend public
especially
schools.
in the state of Georgia.
Or who work for the city, city workers, government workers. That's important.
Because the funding for the schools in the state of Georgia, when you vote, is very important.
Yeah, who controls the budget? You vote a lot of those people in.
As
determines how the money gets spent. I don't think we understand that all the time as a collective.
Yeah, and I think that one of the is being a parent. I think that one of my greatest moments was to be able to take my daughter with me the first time to vote. And so I think that is really important. And I think that who was getting ready to come in office as president, and I was pregnant with Samantha, and I stood in line for hours to vote.
Bill Clinton, maybe.
Bill Clinton. Yeah, I think I may have.
Or Daddy Bush.
One of them. No, it was one of them. But I stood in hours to vote, and I was pregnant with Samantha. And when she became of age to vote, we took her. So y'all, please go vote. This channel is not about politics, but you will see us repping some of our Kamala Mala gear over here. So,
are you saying the same Nicole and Fifi show has formally endorsed?
I ain't said nothing.
Candidate Kamala.
I ain't said nothing.
I said I think we've endorsed her.
But okay, we agree on that as
we've endorsed her. Yes,
we have endorsed her. So you will see us over here with
her name is Kamala, but I like to call her Kamala respectfully. But it is Madam Vice President.
Madam, we are supporting Madam Vice President Harris.
Yeah, but it's just us talking, y'all.
It's just us.
We gonna between us, y'all, we're gonna call her Kamala, but she is Madam Vice President.
We're not telling nobody who to vote for and who to support. Never over here on this channel. Y'all do y'all, but we just saying who we rocking with.
Yeah.
Who we rocking. So when y'all see us on camera, we got our gear on. Don't be surprised who we rocking with.
Right.
Okay.
So we saying all that to say exercise your right to vote should you choose to do so. All right, moving on. All right, Call Me Darling said, I think Tamisha is a setup. I think that's someone trying to school him about Sonya. I think
so it's Tamisha. Tamisha. Okay.
I can see that.
And he falling for it. Did he ask her to send him some money too? No, it was the pigs he want. He want the pigs.
He need to figure out who he talking to first, and then that's going to determine where he go from there next.
Yeah, I can see that, y'all.
He need to see what it's looking like, if she cute or not, or how he gonna play it. Let's see. Cotton Candy Secret said he is in there double sick because he knows he's getting baptized at every hearing.
Yeah.
Call Me Darling said he's not the least interested in.
No,
he not. And I don't think he feels comfortable like really talking about that too. Yeah. And I think he's consumed with what he has going on, and rightfully so. If I'm facing life in prison, the last thing I care about is what antics.
Now, you heard what he said. I gotta get my business together. I gotta get my life together.
Right. He ain't.
Because everybody else out here living their best life. They having a good time.
Right. He doesn't have the bandwidth to worry about anything else.
I gotta do me.
And girl, you think he saw the pictures with Shirley and Debbie and Mississippi Monica? I know that had him hot. Debbie in that white suit with that Fendi bag and her hair laid. I know that had him sick. I know that had him sick.
And they was all down there at the St. Regis. And then they went over there to Houston's and had a little bite to eat.
Because he got access to the iPad still. So there ain't nothing for him to still Google her and search.
Yeah, what he thought? She wasn't gonna live it up for her 70th birthday?
Last year he made like he didn't care about her birthday. But this time you could tell he was in his feelings.
Yes. Somebody had sent him some pics, so he had seen some pics. Shirley looking good to my little like they are. And he is. She is, and she should. Suck it up, buttercup.
And he remember how it used to be when he would go out with those very same people.
With what's the couple? Tosh
and Ronald.
Yeah, because they were close.
Yeah.
And Ronald is a nice
double date a lot.
Tosh husband, Ronald, he's a nice looking man, y'all.
He's very handsome.
Handsome, good looking couple.
Yeah.
They're a good looking couple. That's who Shirley stayed with, Tosh and Ronald.
Right.
And Tosh has a boutique that's in North Point Mall, y'all.
Okay, up there now for real.
Up there now for real. See, that's what up there where they was at.
Okay.
So you know
that's where the classy based girls.
Yeah.
North of the city.
North of the city.
Okay.
Up there at North Point. Not perimeter.
Not perimeter. That's
but
too close to the city.
North Point. See, that's the area where Shirley wanted to stay. North Point, Alpharetta.
Roswell, and they were.
And Roswell. Yeah. They had a few houses up there. But yeah, so yeah, Ernesto was, remembering how they all used to go out. Because remember, then right before he got locked up, the 4th of July, they were all going to see the fireworks.
Yes. Hey, I'm here for the show.
Hey.
Let me see. So he said somebody sent him those pics of Shirley. He went straight to the hole. I think it triggered him, Toya. It triggered him. It definitely had him.
He definitely went straight to the hole.
Because she looking good.
Because she looking good.
And you see that she getting back on her feet.
Yeah.
And it's bittersweet.
And she has people.
He's not a part of it. He can't control nothing. Debbie getting Fendi bags, designer white suits. Debbie getting her hair done. She eating good. She riding around in luxury cars. That balloon pop festival. And he just living, y'all. He just
and she still got her same circle around her that she had when he was out on these streets. She still got the same people that's rocking with her, and he can't stand that.
And Mississippi Monica taking pictures and videos.
And that's who be taking all her pictures, is Mississippi Monica.
Right.
Yeah, that's who be taking all the pictures. Yeah.
And he's sick about it.
Yeah, he heard about that thing.
Yeah, they out enjoying themselves like he used to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. He wants that lady to be miserable.
What's that SpongeBob meme where Squidward was sick and he was looking out the window out of his house down there? SpongeBob and Patrick having fun down there at Bikini Bottom, and he was stuck in his house looking all sad.
And Sonya knew what he was talking about. She just jealous and didn't want to say nothing. She knew he was talking about Shirley out here doing good, look like everybody having fun. She seen them pictures too.
Yeah, she watching. We watching.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, she seen Shirley looking good, and she could never match up to that 70-year-old woman.
And it's killing them that Shirley is ignoring them.
Yeah, the devil don't like to be ignored.
As much as we like, say something, Shirley, it is eating them alive that she's not saying anything.
Yeah, you know what? That too. And I commend Shirley to be able to hold her peace that long. The Bible says we wouldn't have been able to still, but the Lord's still working on me.
Yeah.
He's still bringing me.
We're not quite there yet.
I ain't quite there yet. Because I would have been said something.
Or I would have at least
sent a message.
I would at least send a message in a bottle or send a cute in the mirror cease and desist. Very cutesy.
Yeah, Shirley really holding it. But you know what? She's not saying anything verbally, but her pictures is saying it all.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Happiness is your best revenge. Them seeing her thrive.
Her pictures is saying everything that need to be said. I'm gonna say that, baby, because that birthday outfit and that crop top with them high-waisted slacks,
She looked good.
she looking good
With the short haircut that he liked.
Yes, the one that he wants Sonya to get.
Yeah. And you heard in the car. How her hairstylist moved back to Detroit.
Yeah.
She said she gonna cut her hair off because she don't want to.
Did y'all get that? She talking about cutting her hair off. Somebody said she was gonna be talking about getting her a pixie next.
Yeah. I'm here for the show. Said that.
I'm here for the show. Said that. You called it. Yeah.
And now she's talking about
cutting her hair. And this was just recently, August 14th. She was talking about cutting her hair. Y'all,
I'm a gag if she do a video visit and she got a
pixie haircut
with some red lipstick.
It's crazy.
If she do that, it's officially single black female.
If so, y'all, did y'all hear that? Anybody catch that? That's a good point. That's what she was talking about cutting her hair.
Yeah.
She's
now,
crazy.
Why would you cut your hair when you've been a kitchen beautician since the 90s? But now you want to cut it all.
And you ain't had that piece glued down in the front, flipping it all this time. And the little hang time piece in the back, you ain't glued in. And now you want to take your pieces off and well, look, say you getting a haircut, but you just gonna take the pieces out. And it's probably a little pixie up under all them pieces. Yeah.
I'm a gag.
Y'all, we cannot make this up. Did y'all catch that? I know y'all caught it because y'all smart. Our people are smart. I know I'm here for the show. Caught that.
Yeah, she was looking like money, Toya. Yes. Cass T says Shirley is spending her own money on herself, and that's the killing part.
Yes.
I'm here for the show, so it triggered him and Sonya, who is laughing now. Yeah, it's very triggering because they were salivating off of her potential demise. Mm-hmm. They were getting off on it, which is pretty disgusting. X is too complicated said, I think Dion sent him pics of Shirley because he loves sending pics and videos. Booyah. Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm here for the show said he said her hair color aged her.
Yeah. So he had that red.
That reddish brown. Toya said, didn't we say she was going to get that same hairstyle? Yes. Call Me Darling said she doesn't get social cues. When he tells her to hush, she keeps going. Mm-hmm. When they did the video calls, he would shake his finger and she still didn't get it. She's determined to get it out. Yeah.
Yeah. She don't respect him.
Yeah.
His boundaries.
I'm here for the show said one big pixie mommy wig. Ebony said, we know Miss I'm Not Welcome at LV would have sent a clear message by now. No, you didn't, Ebony. No, you did not, Ebony. I'm going to start this comment.
You know I would have. Baby, you know I would have said something. I would have had to say something. I would have had to send a message.
That is hilarious. We know Miss I'm Not Welcome.
Ebony, you must see that video.
Ebony saw the story time.
Baby, I let them have it, baby.
Yeah, if y'all have not checked out the story time that we did, 5-6 years ago for why Fifi is not allowed to step in any LV storefront store. Please check out that story time, y'all. We did that about 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I was down
she is not allowed in the LV store.
And I didn't take my butt in that LV store. I walked right on around there. Your ass learn. Don't take your ass back. I ain't going there by myself, but I'll go in there with you just in case something jump out.
Just because you can't give them your government name. That would immediately flag the system.
The Fifth, and y'all in Atlanta, y'all know what the Fifth South went down there for a little yang today.
She could never give them her name. You know, for anybody who shop at the luxury store, you know, when you are a continued patron of their store, they put you in the system.
Baby.
And she can't get him her name because they would immediately flag the system. And she would be asked to leave. So yeah. That was hilarious, Ebony. That's funny. Toya said, I'm here for the show. That 1B sends me every time. Yes. I'm here for the show. Said all that long, thick black hair.
And she gonna cut it off. Now she gonna take them pieces out. That's all she gonna do.
Toya said, so she's wanting to cut her Caucasian hair. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All that pretty Caucasian hair. Exit to Complicated says Shirley looks better since she dropped all that nasty waist Nesto.
Yeah.
It looks like she's getting back to herself.
Yeah,
slowly but surely, the stress and the worry is leaving her body, and I'm happy. Exit to Complicated says Shirley needs a bodyguard.
Well, Nesto said she needed one.
Yeah. Toya said, Ebony, that was funny. Toya said, Fifi is a great storyteller. The story has a natural build, and it was hilarious. Yes. We got to link that video again in our community tab. Y'all got to check out that story.
That's one of our throwback videos, y'all. And when I looked at the video again, and when I'm telling the story, it's just the look on Samantha's face like, Mom, really? The whole time Samantha looking at me like, Mom.
Showed out. They tried, you know. Sometimes you got to pop out and show it. And you literally did that.
So y'all go back and look at some of our videos from 5-6 years ago.
Yes.
And see how we got to this point.
The Taurus was Taurusy.
Yes, it was.
The bull.
They be poking the bull. Us Tauruses, we good, but people like to poke us. And then when we come back, we wrong.
Yes. Call me down and said, at least don't have your picture posted up in the story. It's not posted, but that name gonna flag. That name is definitely it's definitely a note by her account for sure. Call me, darling.
Y'all imagine
they sent her a letter on official Louis Vuitton letterhead.
Yes.
Letting her know.
Yes, it was certified mail, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
From the top down. Toya said, when Fifi said, "Buck, if you nuck, I lost it."
Yes, y'all. Yes. So y'all think that Sonya gonna cut her hair. Okay, so we all saying that she gonna take a piece, not cut her hair. She's saying she gonna cut it, but she just gonna take her pieces out and have them trim it up and line it up a little bit, give her a little pixie cut. And then she gonna turn it back black because he said that color made her look old.
Yeah. Well, she is a young grandma. What she say, the people in the comments on YouTube said, how can you be 55 with a 17-year-old?
Do the math.
Granddaughter.
You got a calculator.
You think somebody really said something like that?
Ain't nobody checking for Sonya like that. Scooting around on a scooter.
And him and Ernesto talking about the grandmas being younger and younger. Now that is true. The grandmas do get younger.
He was
younger.
right about that. The grandmas are getting younger and younger.
My auntie's sick. Y'all don't talk about my auntie, but my auntie on my daddy's side is 60.
On her daddy's side.
And she's a great grandma at 60.
Mm-hmm.
Now there was some truth to that. My aunt is 62 and she's a great grandmother already.
Yeah, well.
She had my cousin at 17.
Well, it's just one of them things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a whole situation behind that, though. So.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. So what y'all think about Dia?
I mean, Ernesto is the grandpa. He locked up. I mean, I know that's not pretty common for grandpas to be in jail and
in and out of jail his whole life,
and they grandbabies can't see them and go out for ice cream because grandpa is incarcerated at the Cobb County Adult Detention Center. So I thought that was interesting how they could talk about how it's unusual now that grandmothers are younger and younger, but they didn't want to talk about how it's unusual for grandpas to be incarcerated.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about that documentary that we saw on Netflix. What was the name of it?
Oh, yeah.
And compare that to, tell them about that and compare it to, do you think if Ernesto would have been in that program at a young age, do you think that would have saved him? Y'all, this is good.
Okay, so we this past weekend,
we've been gone for so long. We got a lot of catching up, y'all.
Yeah, while we were on vacation and we was chilling in our room, we watched a documentary on Netflix. You know how some of the hotels you can log into Netflix on their TV and sign in on your account. And so we watched a documentary called Daughters. And basically the documentary was based out of a men's jail in DC, Washington, DC. And the documentary took place from 2019 up until 2022. And basically the documentary, check it out, y'all. It's still on Netflix. It's called good. Daughters. It's so good. And basically it was about young Black girls in the inner city of DC who had fathers that were currently incarcerated, who were currently in jail, and awaiting to, either be released or to be sentenced to later go on to prison. And so it was a local community or local organization, I forgot the name of it, where they basically facilitated a daddy-daughter dance for the incarcerated fathers. And so they facilitated and set up an event where the young Black girls, they were ages like 5 to 16. These young inner city Black girls could attend a daddy-daughter dance with their incarcerated fathers at the DC jail. And so the program, they provided the incarcerated fathers like a parenting class. So the fathers were in a 10-week fatherhood mentorship course. And it was facilitated by another Black man who was a father and community leader and therapist to basically, throughout the 10 weeks, help prepare the fathers for the daddy-daughter dance. And so in the 10-week mentorship program, basically they would sit around in a circle, kind of have like group therapy, kind of talk about their feelings, how they felt about not being there for their daughters, emotions that they had around being incarcerated, kind of telling their personal stories of their upbringing, their relationship with the mothers of their daughters, and, just really talking about their emotions around being incarcerated, not being there for their daughters, anxiety they had about how their daughters would perceive them. Some of the men hadn't spoken to their daughters in months, some of them even years. And so they were in the program for 10 weeks. And at the end of the 10 weeks is when they had the actual daddy-daughter dance inside of the jail. Mm-hmm. So the community organizers who put on the event, they provided their incarcerated fathers with suits, ties. They even taught some of the fathers how to tie a tie, because some of the fathers didn't even know how to do so. They, help kind of soothe some of their anxiety. Some of the fathers had anxiety about, they didn't know how to dance and what they were going to do at the daddy-daughter dance. So just stuff like that, prepping the fathers physically and mentally and emotionally for the day of the daddy-daughter dance, okay? So boom. The day of the dance comes. The little Black girls, they get bussed into the jail. And it was so touching and it was goosebumps, because just seeing these little Black girls dressed up, they had their hair done, their pretty dresses, and beautiful, they were so excited to see their daddies. Again, their ages range from 5 to 16. And just seeing them walk through the jail and having to go through the metal detectors,
be body searched,
go through the body scan, and then make their way to the jail gymnasium where the dance was being held at. They decorated the gym. They had food. They had photo booths and props to take photos with and everything. Yeah, they had an MC there. They had a DJ, like a real daddy-daughter dance that you would see at your local elementary or middle school. It was like that.
Inside the jail.
Inside the jail. And the daddies were dressed up in their suits and everything. They didn't have any shackles on them or anything. And how they had it was the first initial meeting or greeting between the daddies and the daughters is they had all the incarcerated fathers sitting in a hallway, sitting in chairs lined up against the wall in their suits and ties.
Yeah.
And they had the little girls walk down the hallway to their daddies. And to just see the little girls like run up to their dad and start crying as they saw their daddies, and the daddies crying when they saw their daughters, it was so emotional. Yeah. And like when they moved into the gymnasium and they, ate and they danced and, did a little Soul Train line and just got to really talk. I think the dance lasted for like 6 or 7 hours. And it was just so sweet to see the little girls catch up with their father and to see how emotional not only were the little girls, but the fathers were too.
Yeah.
It was just so touching. And like I said, the documentary, it kind of showed the span from the dance happened in 2019. But the documentary followed the stories of the fathers and their daughters up until 2022. So like a span of 3 years. And, some of the stories at the end, the outcome was positive and some of them weren't.
But the percentage rate of it being positive is 95%.
Yes, I'm going to get to that. So, yeah. So at the end of the documentary, they list like some stats, like what the outcome was. And basically the whole point of the daddy-daughter dance being held in the jail was like in efforts to support recidivism, help incarcerated individuals get reinstated and acclimated in society. And it actually worked. 95% of the fathers did not return back to the jail. And some of them, they were repeat offenders, but just them, the emotions that they experienced on that daddy-daughter day, I think it was like a group of 15 to 20 fathers, and some of them had multiple daughters, and just the emotions and the experience and seeing their daughters cry when it was time for the dance to end and they had to go back to their jail cells and switch out of their suits back into their prison jumpsuits, and their daughters leaving. It changed them because their daughters were like hysterical when they had to leave their daughters at the end of the dance, and 95% of them ended up not going back to jail because that's what it took in order for them to really see the impact that their behavior patterns had on their daughters. And it made them finally say, you know what, I've been in and out of jail for this many years. I'm not coming back. Because seeing that hurt on my little girl's face when she had to leave me, when she had to realize that I couldn't go with her, was hurtful.
And I think that's what really got me is when the guy said, my daughter came in here and we had such a good time. And y'all, you got to picture this. And when you watch it, you'll see you got these little girls, these innocent babies that have been missing their daddies. Their daddies have been in and out of jail, just like Ernesto, in and out of jail
with his kids,
in and out of jail all their lives
in
prison. So they get an opportunity to be in this program, and it's just for the daughters, just for their little girls. They get an opportunity to be in this program, to get counseling, and to talk about how important it is
and get mentorship from another Black father
and find out
therapy,
how important it is to have a relationship with your daughter and how it affects your daughter when you get locked up, when you keep going back and forth to jail. This one man said, I was in there having a good time with my daughter. And when she left me, he said, I was like, oh my gosh, she's leaving me and I can't go home with her. And he said that really touched him. And when he got out of that program, he said he had been going in and out of jail. He said he hadn't been back in over 4 years. So the program really, really worked for him. And then it was another situation where one of the fathers got out. And his daughter had so much animosity towards him because he had been in and out so much. So when he did get out, he went and bought her some clothes, trying to, build a relationship back up.
And appease her.
And so when she met up with him, you could just see the anger in her face. Like, I am fed up with this ninja. I'm sick of you going back and forth to jail. She said, when they met up, she sat down beside him. She didn't give him a hug or anything. She said, "You got a job?" How old was she? She may have been 13.
Yeah.
She looked at her daddy. She said, "You got a job?" He said, "Yeah." She said, "Doing what?" She was so sick of her daddy, just like Ernesto, going in and out of jail. She didn't want to hear nothing. All she wanted to know was, "You got your shit together this time, because I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you coming in and out of my life." And he got it together. He stayed out, and I think they good. But it just goes to show you how now these men have been doing stuff. One man said that, he told his daughter, daddy made a mistake, but he just keep on making mistakes to get him locked up, and he was trying to explain it to her, and she was looking at him like, "But you keep on making mistakes. What the hell wrong with you?
Can't get right.
Can't get right. I need for you to be out, daddy." And this little girl was crying, "Daddy, I miss you. I want you to come home." He kept saying, "Well, I'll be home in 7 years." And she was like, "7? Daddy. So I don't think that, when, like people like Ernesto keep committing crimes out here, I don't think how they realize how it affect their children, and I think with Dion, he just numb to it. I think Dion just numb to it. He know his daddy gonna be in and out of jail. "I'm holding it down out here, Dad. No, you check on me too. I ain't talk to your daddy." It's just like he kicking it with his daddy on the outside, but his daddy locked up, but he don't know no other way than to kick it with him because Nesto always locked up. So, I think that maybe if more men who seem to be in and out of the system could get in a program like this, it would allow them to see how it really affects their children. And I think that this documentary really showed that. So I was thinking, if Nesto had something like this, do you think that would have helped that ninja?
I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
Okay. But y'all check that out on Netflix. I thought I would tie that in because it was just touching, and to know somebody, like Nesto has a history of being in and out. And then there's young males that's in the system and they in and out, and they got these little girls
and they're just oblivious to how it impacts their children and their families. And it's sad. Maybe it could have helped him. We don't know.
Maybe it could have.
Maybe if he could have had a daddy-daughter dance with his girls, he wouldn't have been so disconnected from them. And maybe that would have been his motivating force to do better. Maybe his relationships wouldn't be like what they are now with them.
Yeah, because this one little girl, she was just so angry. She said, "I'm angry and I'm just mad."
But one little girl low-key wanted to beat her daddy ass.
Yes. She
respectfully
said, "I'm mad and I'm angry." And she was, expressing it through dancing, but she was so mad. But luckily, that was the dad that said that he hadn't been locked back up. So he's doing good.
In 3 years, I think he said? Yeah. Since the filming of the documentary.
Yeah, so he's doing good. But, just make you think, if there were more programs out there where we have repeat offenders.
Yeah. That's like the real recidivism.
Yeah, to be able to actually have your child come into that environment. And I'm telling you, they set it up. This program they set up for these Black males, they set it up. I mean, they took them out of the the prison, the jail, jumpsuits. I mean, people donated suits and ties and shoes, and they made them feel good about themselves and about that day. And it was really good. It was good. So you all watch it. So
I mean, again, that program, kudos to them. That was a great way to,
yeah.
They succeeded in reducing recidivism.
So you said no.
They succeeded.
No.
And that was the whole point of the program, to reduce recidivism rate. And they did it.
I don't think that would have helped Ernesto stay in and out of jail. I don't think so, because he started young. But you know what? I think those men seeing their daughters walk through security, walk through that point where they checked them, where they had to come through them bars, and they was sitting down, and they seen their little girls walk up to them. Some of them just was crying.
That got me, y'all.
That
made a real like me shed tears.
A real G
like me shed tears. But it's not. I'm just gonna put out a trigger warning. It's gonna make you emotional.
It is.
So again, if you just tuning in, we're talking about the new Netflix documentary called Daughters, and it's about young Black girls having a daddy-daughter dance with their incarcerated fathers in a Washington D.C. jail. And we're linking or tying that into Ernesto and his long history of recidivism, and talking about how hypothetically, if he could have been able to do something like that with his daughter, because he has daughters, would that potentially have saved him from continuing to be a repeated offender?
And that's the purpose of programs like that, to keep you from going back and forth.
Yes, it's meant to reduce the recidivism rate.
Yes, and I think those programs should be offered in a lot of facilities to help. And y'all, remind you, these were all Black men.
All Black men.
Every last one of them. And Black daughters. Black men and Black daughters. So y'all, this is serious. And young Black men. So this is a serious thing. So I think that if they would have more programs, because this program worked. 95% success rate.
Yeah.
It worked. So we were just thinking, if Ernesto had something like this in place, would it have helped him?
Because even when he was talking to his daughter, remember that phone call? He was talking to his daughter, and he wanted her to call her mom just to double check that she hadn't spoke to the people on YouTube and stuff. You could hear the little girl in her voice, her inner child talking to her daddy.
Yes.
So just, I can't imagine what issues she may be dealing with from her father not, Ernesto not being there during her growing up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good question. I'm here for the show. I don't know if it was his mom and daddy, his upbringing maybe killed his Black boy joy. I don't know.
Wow, that's deep.
I don't know. Because it sounds like the way Ernesto, the little bit that we do know about his childhood, sound like he had a rough childhood. He had to grow up fast.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why he was, into a life of crime so early on.
Yeah.
So he said the way he speaks about his daughter with the mental illness is disturbing, so I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has his favorites amongst the daughters for sure. I'm here for the show that Black men need to be allowed to get in tune with their inner child for sure. And to your point, I'm here for the show. In that documentary, those Black men did, and a lot of those Black men talked about how it was their first time in a long time where they actually felt comfortable and safe enough to sit in their emotions and cry and let it out.
And they supported each other.
Yes, they supported each other. They was, when their daughters left the jail, a lot of them boo-hooed and they were hugging each other.
Yes.
And trying to support and encourage each other.
Yeah.
Because it was so devastating and so heartbreaking for them.
And they sat
they
around
were finally
in
getting
circle
in touch with
and
their emotions.
They talked about matters of the heart, how they felt, and how, they grew up. And that's why I say something like this is so it could help so
It's
many.
groundbreaking. It's
Yes,
life-changing.
it's life-changing.
It really is.
Because they had those conversations. They talked about it.
Yeah. Sanders RN23 said, would not have helped Nesto. Nesto has learning deficits and saw himself having a redemption with financial success, excuse me. Working as a janitor would not give him the emotional payback for his failures. Toya said, I'm not sure it would have helped because Nesto lacks accountability. He is convinced that he is wrongly accused of the crimes. In order for that process to be helpful, he would have to admit to his wrongdoing. Okay, I see y'all point, Sanders RN23 and Toya. And to add
so it's a hell no. A program like that wouldn't help Ernesto.
Yeah, everybody say it's too late for him.
It'd be a waste of taxpayers' money.
And to y'all point, y'all, one of the dads in the documentary, he had 3 daughters that came to see him at the dance. And he got down on his knee and said, I'm so sorry. Because his 3 baby girls were just crying. Because they had missed him so much and they were so hurt. And he said, I'm so sorry.
And that was part of it for them to commit. Their counselor told them, I want you all to make a vow and a commitment to your daughter.
Yes.
You know, what you're going to do. You know, what you promised to do, so you won't be back in here. And, you know, it was touching. It was real touching.
It was touching.
To see all of those black men just pour out their heart.
Yes.
You know, and talk about their upbringing, what got them there.
Right. And you know, it's dispelling that myth. A lot of times we think black men don't care about their kids. No, that's not true.
That's not true.
Those black men love their babies.
Yes.
It tore them up so much that 95% of them got it together.
Yeah. So
they finally was sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
They were devastated.
Yeah. And how it also affects the mothers, because one little black girl said, she said, my mother just been so mean since my daddy been locked up.
Yeah.
She just been so mean to me, and she don't do this anymore. She don't do that anymore. So it you know, it's just tough all the way around. It really is. So we have got to get it together.
We do. Sonya said Nesto would spend the whole time saying he is being set up instead of apologizing. He'd be blaming the mamas. That's what he would be doing. He'd be blaming the mamas.
Yes, because he's still everybody else. I'm gonna be free, and they gonna see them folk gonna want to come back. They gonna see. They gonna be telling me, I'm sorry. They gonna want to come back. It's everybody's fault. Self is. Yep, it is.
I'm here for the show said keeping your word is everything. Yep. Your word is all you have. Your word is your bond. Sanders RN23 said, I don't think we Toya, some men go to prison trying to get food on their table illegally. Nesto wanted an easy way without having the skills nor the desire to work a regular job. X is too complicated. Said Nesto is too selfish. He uses everybody, even his children. I'm here for the show. Say, yep, black women have to be hard. And to that point, I'm here for your show. I'm here for the show. Excuse me. When the baby girls left the jail after, you know, having that time spent with their daddy, guess who was there waiting on them
to console
them and wipe their tears as they were leaving the jail? Mama.
We always have to come in and be the savior. Mama, your daddy did this, your daddy, and the babies come back to us crying, and we have to make it right.
Yeah.
We have, as mothers, we have to make it right.
A vicious cycle.
We have to console them, wipe away their tears, and tell them it's going to be okay and make it right. Because we mama. Yeah. And we love our babies. And as soon as those little girls walked out of there slinging snot and crying because they had to leave their daddy.
I mean, some of the little girls were like hyperventilating.
Yes.
Like they were like
that's how much they love their daddy.
Yes. It was so touching, y'all. Like some of these little girls, they were hysterical, y'all.
And the mamas was lined up to get their babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was one mama that said, hell no, my baby ain't going to no jail. It was one father, his daughters didn't show up. The mama said, hell no.
Nah, my baby ain't going in there. She ain't going to get body searched and stripped down.
He was super emotional.
Yeah, he was.
Because his girl, he thought his girls were going to show up. And at the last minute, mama said no. And understandably so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my baby going to no jail, having to go through a body scan and be searched. Could you imagine your 5-year-old little girl getting searched and having to go through a body scan to see her dad? You don't know if that's going to traumatize her or not.
Yeah.
It's just nobody wins. It's just a lose-lose situation for everybody.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah. So yeah, y'all. Again, that was the Netflix documentary called Daughters on Netflix. If you haven't checked it out already, please be sure to do so. I definitely think it ties into Ernesto and his long history of recidivism and what could have potentially been an alternative outcome, maybe if he would have had programs like that in the 90s when his kids were coming up.
And not only that, it shows that our Black men are trying to get it together, y'all. Some are trying to make it right with the Black family. Some are trying to
atone for their wrong and take accountability.
Yes. And I think that's what I got most out of that documentary. There are Black men out there trying to make that Black family thing right.
Right. And see, I am here for the show said lack of a father can lead a girl to the streets.
Yeah.
Bad relationships and risky behavior. And you know what? Just not having that emotional support, because we see with Sonya, the father can be in the household but still not be there emotionally. And we see, to your point, I'm here for the show, the bad relationships and risky behaviors that Sonya has engaged in. And we can even say that with Shirley. Unfortunately, it was out of Shirley's control. God rest her father's soul.
He left her so
he transitioned when she was so young. But it led her to make certain choices. You know, she didn't really know what to look for in a man.
So our season 2 couple, Jen, where's her father, I wonder?
Well, allegedly, Jen's father has a criminal history. He was a scammer back in the day. They were upper middle class. He had money.
See how everything ties in?
Jen is from New York. They lived an upper middle class lifestyle, well-to-do, but her father allegedly he was able to provide for his family by allegedly engaging in illegal activities.
And so she and that's all she seems to attract.
Flashy men. Her daddy was flashy.
Scammers, allegedly. Jen from Basketball Wives. And we're going to
Jennifer Williams, yeah. We're going to talk about that more. Next.
Saturday, my show will be about that, to talk about her, because she's part of the season 2 Lessons in Love. And like I said, y'all, it's so much to learn from these relationships and how everything ties into our Black family and the psychological motives behind it. It's just so much how you can tie everything together.
Yeah,
it is. So we're going to talk more about that in our Saturday show.
So we're going to provide the links to shout outs to attorney Simone Redwine. Her YouTube channel is Girl Is That Legal. She was also a contestant on Ready to Love on the OWN network. She was the first one to break the story on YouTube, and it's now picked up traction and gone viral. There's also been a warrant taken out on Jennifer Williams' fiance, Christian Gold, for violating probation. He's not supposed to leave the state of Georgia where his probation is in, and he did do so. So there's been a warrant taken out against him for that. Also, one of his alleged victims who has accused him of scamming her, she's also pursuing legal action now as well.
So yeah,
we'll link all of that in the community chat so everybody can catch up and know what we're talking about.
And we'll be talking about all of the hot topics. We're gonna bring in more topics as we talk about the Ernesto and Shirley thing, because we still want to stay on top of all the other hot topics. That's what the channel is about, hot topics and what's going on in the present, but we will still talk about Ernesto and Shirley as well. Like you say, we not know
one trick pony.
Say again.
One trick pony and not.
So we talk about a variety of things over here.
A gamut of things. It runs the gamut, baby. We multifaceted.
Okay.
We can talk about it all. We can talk about politics. We choose not to. We could get into that. Spirituality. All of that. Yeah. Finance. All of that good stuff.
So
health.
We talk about a little bit of everything over here, and we appreciate you all. Once again, we appreciate everybody who has went out there and bought our merch.
Yes.
Everything we say is allegedly.
Y'all check out the merch. We'll put that down in the description box. If you're interested, y'all get y'all t-shirt.
And if you don't want a t-shirt, you can get a sweatshirt. You can get you a little coffee mug to take to the office. Everything I say is allegedly.
Okay.
I got the mugs on there, and I'm gonna get y'all some tote bags too.
Go ahead and do it then.
Okay.
Big fee, not the little one.
Okay.
Okay.
So our merch is out there, so y'all go out there and support us, and keep us popping.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's see. I'm here for the show. Said yes. Jennifer is another beautiful, tragic woman. She is so stunning in person, y'all.
Oh yeah,
stunning, tall. She looks like a tall gazelle.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
X is too complicated. Said I told my son I have to be strong, but that doesn't mean I want to be. There's a difference. Absolutely. And a lot of times we don't have that luxury of not being strong. X is too complicated. Absolutely. Sanders RN23 said, did y'all see what Tyrese said about his wife and his ex-wife?
We gotta talk about that.
Yes. Oh, how can we forget that? We gotta talk about that. He crashing out. My birthday twin is crashing out.
Y'all, he was on Fox.
I hate to see it.
Fox Atlanta News this morning talking about his new movie that's coming out Labor Day weekend, 1992. When I tell you he was on there wilding out with that young co-star of his, talking about how ashy his knees was. If you all can pull up the transcript from that news from Atlanta Fox 5 News this morning, Tyrese was on there doing an interview with Elise. When I tell you he is unhinged,
he showed out.
I was like, what is wrong with Tyrese? That ex-wife got him gone.
Samantha put a hurt on him, but that's what happens when you marry for looks and not character.
Okay.
He wanted somebody with the baby hair, with the light skin, and he got it. Not to say that she is not successful, because she has a master's from UGA. She's educated. She is.
And you know what?
But he married her based on looks.
He married her based on looks.
And he even intimated that.
He said that?
He intimated. He didn't flat out, but he definitely implied it.
Well, he showed out on the news this morning. I said, what is wrong with him? Just like he showed out on the Breakfast Club.
Yes, I'm here for the show. Said, remember when Jen's first husband threw that drink in
her face? On basketball. Yes.
We're going to talk about that. Eric with that big old knot on his head.
And like dated Tim from Sweetie Pie.
Yeah, big old Eeyore monster. Eric was awful.
Yeah.
So he said, "Now I love me a good toe."
All right, so you ain't said nothing. Say less. I got you.
Say less.
I'm gonna put it in. I'm thinking I can put it in different colors too.
Yeah. So he say that Samantha, what he usually been saying, Samantha and the other wife from Israel, they money hungry. They Samantha keep him tied up in court. She want more money. And she want him to still pay her attorney fees. And she just horrible. She never loved him. She just won't let up. She ain't even apologized to him yet for how wrong she done did him. And he just tired.
And he broke out in tears on the Breakfast Club.
Basically, he's still crying. What more do you want from me? He crying about Samantha still keeping her foot on his neck. So he tired and through. He tired and he can't take it no more.
He is broken.
Yes. So he said, I know that's some foolery. Yes. Sanders RN23 said very broken. I'm here for the show. Said I think he does have a mental disorder. Yes, he does. He came out about that, I think. Sanders RN23 said he definitely has some form of chemical imbalance for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Wade Wilson. We have to look into that. I know I saw the calls on phone calls from prison. Oh, it's giving demonic with that Wade Wilson.
Yeah,
We're gonna look into
that.
that.
That's what y'all want? Okay, we'll look into
it. Toy said Jen picks the wrong man.
Yes.
Yes, she does. Her picker is off as well. Toy said, baby, you ain't gotta say anymore. he's still saying it, Sonya. He heard about that. I'm here for the show. Said Wade Wilson is so scary.
It's scary.
I could tell by the thumbnails of the way he looked. Like Sanders said no. Sanders R23 said no Wade Wilson. All right. We're gonna pray about it, y'all, and get back to y'all. Okay. We're gonna pray about that Wade Wilson and see if we need to do that. Sanders RN23 said he's demonic and dark. I picked that up from his pictures.
Just looking at the pictures. I don't know if we want to bring that energy over here. Y'all want to bring that over here?
Yeah, but
Ernesto is enough.
Yes. But yeah, y'all, please get y'all merch. Please follow us on Facebook if you haven't already done so.
We need 3 more followers.
Yes, to go live on Facebook. So y'all on the Facebook book, as Mama would say.
On the Facebook.
So please follow us on Facebook if you haven't already done so. Please subscribe to our channel, like this video, comment, share our channel. And
welcome all new subscribers.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for people who actually want to listen and hear what we have to say. Yes. We don't take that lightly, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it because there's so much going on in the world, so much you could be doing. So we're always grateful. So please never forget that. But all right, y'all, that's all we got. We ain't got no more. We're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. We appreciate you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, y'all.
See y'all Saturday.
Enjoy the rest of your week, y'all.